With the recent news of new content flooding Sparking Zero, we'll be seeing a ton of new costumes, characters, and game modes, but there's a game mode that Spike Chunsoft seems to be ignoring, the Custom Battle mode. When the game was first revealed, the advertised Custom Battle mode immediately stood out as one of the most exciting additions to this franchise. It promised the one thing Dragon Ball fans have wanted for years, the tools to create our own what-if scenarios. We were finally going to be able to design the fights, set the story up ourselves, and use this mode as a sort of open toy box. A year later, the community has shown how much potential is actually there, and with that fresh wave of DLC coming, it's time to look at the problems holding this mode back. If this feature is going to ever be remembered as one of the greats, we have to address why the experience still feels so restricted. Over the last year, fans have used these tools to rewrite characters and build out entirely new timelines from the ground up. And it makes you wonder how much better these community stories could go if the official tools actually match the ambition of the players. So today, let's take a moment and talk about the common criticisms this mode has, and some potential fixes that could really help it. As a fan of the Tenkaichi what-ifs, it's natural that this mode called to me and many others, and because of it, I've spent a massive amount of time on this game, both playing and creating stories. Through my own testings and constant discussion with the community still supporting this mode, the same roadblocks appear for everyone. We are constantly fighting against a cumbersome interface, a very restricted dialogue option, and a total lack of effective showcasing for the stories, amongst the various amounts of other problems. The dialogue system is one of the most common complaints in custom battles. Instead of allowing us to freely write our own lines, the editor requires us to choose from a massive library of pre-written phrases. While DLCs have added more options, the menu itself is extremely clunky and not user-friendly by any means. Finding specific dialogue takes an absurd amount of time. These lists contain thousands of possible lines, yet the system offers very few tools to navigate them efficiently. Creators are forced to scroll through massive menus and rely on basic filters because there's no proper search function. It's reached a point where fans have developed their own tools just to help players find those specific lines. But those unaware of those fan-created resources often just walk away from the mode entirely. There's also the issue of missing plural words, which cause certain sentences to come off grammatically incorrect. These text issues seem to come from a desperate attempt to filter the content. Now, this dialogue restriction is likely intended to keep scenarios family friendly, but allowing players to write freely while banning specific words has proven to work in games like Fortnite, Roblox, Animal Crossing, and Minecraft, titles aimed at teens and children that are still allowed for free typing. Adding this feature while keeping the pre-written statements as an option for those who want them could revitalize this mode. For creators hoping to craft full narrative scenarios complete with their rivalries, dramatic reveals, or character interactions, the stuff that makes the story worth experiencing, the absence of free text is a significant barrier for them. Outside of the text editor, the cutscenes given to the player to choose from have their own issues. We don't have much variety here, and while every DLC has added a plethora of static image scenes, we haven't seen any new animations. This leaves many events in these stories feeling repetitive. Updating the list with even just a handful of new animations to choose from would go a very long way. Like adding some iconic moments where you can replace the characters and change the angles that could really help players get immersed in what they're playing. Moments like Broly and Goku's final clash, the Cell and Gohan beam struggle, some fusion animations, or a split screen key clash. There are so many classic scenes throughout the series that they could pull from to give creators the right foundation for what they want to create. The mode also needs additional control over the cinematography, including a free cam to set where you watch a scene play out, or the ability to switch stages during a scenario would help these stories make much more sense. Allowing a creator to trigger a transformation in a cutscene while the other character continues with dialogue and the animations might seem small, but these events could really help you get invested in the stories. Without these features, creators are struggling to recreate these dramatic moments that define the series. Even when the story concept is strong, the tools often fail to fully support the scene the creator is trying to build. Now, once a custom battle is finally finished and uploaded, another major problem emerges from it: finding them. The world library contains thousands of creations, but the browsing system offers very few tools to sort through them. The process being so difficult is one of the reasons why I started posting the custom battles on the channel. As it stands, the most basic scenarios dominate the front page. Simple fights between popular characters frequently receive thousands of plays, while the complex story-driven creations remain buried. It's unclear how the algorithm chooses to showcase these battles, but as someone who dives into them to find actual stories, the selection feels completely random. But the imbalance still discourages creators who spend massive amount of time designing their scenarios. Many of those battles never reach an audience simply because players can't easily discover them. I recently covered a Resurrection F remake that deserves significantly more playtime than the slop currently sitting on the front page. Even when you manage to find those larger story arcs, the system lacks any option to link battles together. There's no button to simply continue to the next chapter. While you can play through a series from a creator's page, the experience is a bit disorganized and fragile. If even one battle is out of order, or the creator forgets to include the next title in the ending text, you're left stumbling through menus to find the next match. A playlist feature would be a wonderful addition that would greatly benefit some of the creators. This is a mode that could keep the single player community engaged for years, well after the masses have come and gone. With the game being such a massive success in sales, it clearly isn't going anywhere for a very long time, but this mode should not be ignored in its current state. Despite these criticisms, I absolutely love this game and I really do enjoy the custom battle mode. That is exactly why I want to see it improve. It's the reason my playtime is so high and why I continue to produce videos about these stories. There are some incredible narratives being built right now, and with the fresh set of characters and outfits coming in the next DLC, that potential is only going to grow. Now, at the time of recording this, we don't know if any new updates to this mode are coming with the new DLC that'll be releasing this summer. We can assume that there'll be some new static images and some new text lines along with that DLC, but nothing's been confirmed just yet. I'm gonna try to be optimistic that they fix some of these criticisms that have been around since the game's launch at some point in this game's lifespan. As always, it's time I throw the question back to you guys. What do you want to see added to this mode? What are the main limitations you're coming across, and what's stopping you from making your own custom battle story? If you have your own scenario, make sure to drop it down below or look out for the community post where I ask for your battles or the ones you play that you like to share. You can also DM them to me on Steam and PlayStation. If you're new to the custom battles and you don't know where to start, or you just want to play some really good ones for yourself, I'll have a playlist linked in the description where you can go over the ones I've been showcasing on the channel. Now, I got another showcase that blew me away showing up soon, so stick around so you don't miss that. As always, it's been your local overanalyzer, Art Tellings, and I hope you have yourself a damn good one.